Hi, everybody. I have made this experience sampling doc in Coda. It's a means of collecting reflections and experience sample points for individuals, people who want to track their mood, track some ongoing work, help themselves learn something a little better. Um, and I've been putting it into some of my kind of work management Coda docs lately because I find that this kind of um, reflection and introspection through sort of specific timed events can be really helpful to prompt some deeper thought on, how you're working, what you're working on, what you need to do next, and sort of how you're feeling about your work. So I'll dig into it here, and yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, I try to keep this fairly quick. I had a couple of questions about this experience sampling doc that I've made in the past. This was a Coda doctorate project. So very quickly, the process, how this works. So you create a sample set. So it's like, what do you want to ask yourself, and when? So in this case, let's say I'm interested in establishing a mindset for the start of my day. So let's call this morning mindset, and that's the name of the sample set. We'll start it tomorrow. How many days do you want to sample for? We'll say 10. How many times per day? It'll just be one in this case. And I've got it such that you can choose random sampling. So it's like if you set it to 2 samples between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. So if you're only interested in sampling during the morning, then that's how you do it. Otherwise, switch it to user defined. And since I just said one day, one time, probably for me this works best at 6 a.m. And that's it. Create my sample set, and I'm done. And now I come over to the builder. This is where I establish what questions I want to ask myself in the morning. So there's always a 1 to 5, like how are you feeling question that starts every sample. So it's always there. But I've got this mental health category. So I could add how anxious am I feeling. That you can see is a scale question. Let's see, journaling. What would ideally you be doing? What's the most interesting you learned in 24 hours? It's more about reflection after the fact. General questions. What will you do next? So let's say that's it. All I am interested in is knowing how anxious I am and what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to add the questions to the sample set. That's it. It says ready to sample, and we're good. That's all. So then I'll come back. I'll do the, what this looks like in action tomorrow because I'll get some notifications. Okay, here we are back 4-ish days later. Fresh face, fresh shirt. And you can see what's happened here. I've minimized my calendar so that I can keep all the stuff I don't want you to see out. But I've received this morning mindset event at 6 a.m. as I kind of scheduled, and I've been getting these for the last 3 days. And when I click on it, I get click here for sampling. And I've tried to keep this. I mean, you can put whatever you want in the email, but I've just tried to keep it as simple as possible because I don't want a bunch of distractions for this. I just want it to be clean, and I'd probably replace this with a link display or something so that it's not the ugly hyperlink. But anyway, when I click on it, I am taken very slowly, thanks to the screen capture software, to the sampling window. So you can see the name of your sample, the date, the time. This is that how are you feeling question, which you answer every time. It's Sunday, so I'm feeling pretty good, about a 4. And then here are the questions to sample yourself. So this, how anxious are you feeling? Pretty good. I'm thinking about a few things coming up this week. What will you do next is Sunday for us is weekly meal planning. That's kind of the essential. Anything else to add? Um, no, not really. Anyway, that's it. And then you see you've been sampled, and you can click to go to your sample page and see how you're doing. So these are the results for that, uh, both the how are you feeling question over the last 4 days, and then the anxiety plotted against that. And I guess not unexpected. It's an inverse relationship where when I'm feeling good, my anxiety is low, and opposite. And then there's a calendar here to see, let's see, how you're doing each day. And it's color coded to show that pattern over time. And the nice thing is, if you've got multiple samples throughout the day, then you can see that color coding appear as multiple samples, and you kind of get a sense when you're looking at it at this scale of, oh, look, all my mornings are, green because I'm feeling great, and then all of my afternoons are red because I feel like poop. And that's it. And then you can go deeper into the analysis, and it's all set up for that. But anyway, that's probably not as quick as I could have put it, but hopefully answers the questions that some people had. So yeah, reach out if you have any other questions about how this works. And I've been embedding it into some work management docs to act as like a behind the scenes module for sort of worker experience and worker sort of reflection points. And I'm going to keep doing that in the future and refining it. I think it's going to be a pretty useful thing for organizations to be able to prompt their workers and get sort of help the worker uh, keep better control over their own kind of experiences of the day and of the work through reflection. So anyway, that's all.